Hi and welcome back to another video. My name's Rochelle and this is How to Live Slow. This is the channel for mums to come together and chat all things slow living and implement some new changes and habits into your life if you are suffering from overwhelm and exhaustion. If that sounds like you, then you may want to stick around. So in this video, I want to talk to you about some little changes that I'm making, some very exciting announcements, and also I want to talk to you about perfectionism. So let's talk about perfectionism first, because perfectionism is something that I wouldn't say I struggle with, but basically I don't know about you, tell me if this relates to you, but I have this thing where it's kind of like I'm not a perfectionist, but I know there's like the done is better than perfect. So I focus a lot more on the done. And often I find myself rushing through things and not making them very good because I want to just get it finished so I can move on to the next task. But also so that I can say, if it doesn't resonate, if I put a video out there and it's not very good quality, then it's okay because I didn't actually put much effort into it and I just put it out there. You know, and so sometimes I get stuck on the fear of success by self-sabotaging, by not putting my best work in and just hurrying up and finishing it. Whereas if I just say, I'm talking specifically here about making videos, if I just took a little bit more time to set my equipment up right, check my lighting, have a script, you know, when I come to editing, making sure the colors are right and adding extra text and, you know, sticking to a brand, you know, making it look all very familiar and, you know, having a nice set. This is me just sitting at my kitchen table. I actually really love my house. We've just moved recently, so I know I'm really happy with how it looks at the moment, but normally this is not how I intended it to be. It's like the post-production and also all the research that goes on behind the scenes of making it so that there's the right keywords so that people who need to see these videos actually do see them. So I had high expectations for this channel, and I'm not saying that I'm not making traction. I know that a lot of you guys have been watching and getting a lot of value out of them, but I do know that my level of creativity and what I want the videos to be like versus what they are like versus the traction that I'm able to make is really misaligned. So I just wanted to talk about that because I know that sometimes, you know, specifically with slow living, and we teach what we most need to know, to slow down and be a little bit more of a perfectionist, to add those finer details that really make you stand out from the crowd. Whether it may not be making videos for you, not everybody does this weird thing where they talk to the camera when they're at home alone. It's kind of strange. But at work, or you know, finishing projects, or, you know, painting a wall at home, or whatever, I don't know. There's lots of examples of how I will start something, put in half-assed effort, and then go, oh well, if it's not perfect, it doesn't matter. Perfect's better than, done is better than perfect. But that's not always the case. Yes, you do need to find a finish line at some point, but when you're making something, it's often important to enjoy the process of making it. And I know I've been caught up in the, you know, releasing it and putting it out there. All of this is to say that I'm taking a little step back from the channel. I'll probably scale back to, I'm calling next week will be the end of season 2. And I'm not exactly sure when season 3 will come out and whether it will be weekly. It may probably be fortnightly, and it will be a different format because I am launching a podcast. Now, getting a podcast up is also a whole other technical, not battle, but a whole other thing behind the scenes. But when it comes to set design and video editing and production, I have high hopes of how I can achieve that versus getting a podcast up where I can just talk about the topic and get some help. It's easier to get help with editing and uploading and getting all the podcasts behind the scenes done than it is with video editing and all of that. So there will be a podcast coming, and it will be hopefully launching on the 6th of May. So my plan is for this channel to then become video podcasts, probably. Like, so I've got a number of guests lined up that live local to me, so I'm going to invite them over to film our conversations so that I can upload it to the podcast and also provide that content here on YouTube, as well as some other obviously videos that are just me chatting to the camera such as this video. So because I have high hopes and high expectations of this channel as a business, How to Live Slow is more than just a YouTube channel. It is a YouTube channel, it's content creation, it's going to be a podcast, you'll find me on Instagram, but I'm also launching a brand new website. And on that website, you'll be able to sign up to receive emails from me with, even more valuable content. You know the drill. I'm also, as you know, a qualified life coach. So I'm hoping, or I'm planning, and behind the scenes, I'm putting together a group coaching program all about slow living. It's unlike other slow living programs that I've seen, which walk you through the steps to slowing down. For me, this is more geared towards mums, making habit changes, making new decisions, creating a lifestyle designed in the way that suits you, and also connecting with other mums who are struggling through the same things as you. The mental load, the overwhelm, the disconnection, the unsure of what your goals and dreams are, not really sure how to get on top of things, feeling like your to-do list is unmanageable, like you're not organized, like you're just all of those things that we talk about on this channel. I have put together a really concise, it's probably going to be 4 weeks at this stage, 4-week program where we can walk through how to design a life that you truly love, that makes you feel like you are showing up in the best way possible as a mum, as a friend, and at work. Friend meaning relationships. And figuring out your priorities so that you know what to say no to and all of that stuff. So it's going to be a little bit, so in the next couple of weeks on my Instagram, I will be releasing a couple of one-on-one free coaching consults. So if you're interested in that, hop over to my Instagram and you'll see the details of that. I can't wait to have chats with some of you about the things that you're really struggling with so I can fix that, implement that into the program. And if you want to do the program, be in the first round, which will probably launch not long after the podcast. I'm thinking probably towards the end of June will be the first round. I would love to have some of my viewers here as members of the first round of that group coaching program. It would be amazing. So all big positive changes, but I'm really up leveling. I've decided that it's time for me to shine, share my message of slow living so much deeper than just, here on YouTube. I want to reach as many mums as possible. And some mums don't have the time to watch YouTube. Some mums have the time when they're commuting to listen on podcast. And so I want to provide content in all areas, but I think it's important to choose one thing and do it well first. So I'm going to be signing off. Next week, I've got a special episode on this channel for you. And then after that, I will be signing off from this channel for approximately a month or 2. And I'll be back with different content for you then, because I want to focus my time and work on the content behind the scenes, get my podcast flow happening, get it really humming along, and come back here with renewed vigor, possibly even with a production team, all depending, maybe getting someone to help me with setup and editing and everything so that it can be even more valuable and even easier to watch than it currently is. So if you are on the journey with me, I would love for you to hop over. I do have a website up at the moment. It's called howtoliveslow.com. You can hop over there and put your email address into one of the boxes or click onto Instagram. But the brand new website that will look even better and actually make sense, not just be a blog, will be up as well, hopefully towards the end of April. So in time for the release of the podcast. So big things happening here. I hope big things are happening for you too. And don't forget to take it easy. Take care of yourself, and I will see you next week. Thanks for joining me, and have a great time. Have a great week. Bye guys.